Okay, listen up. We've got our eyes on Santa. He is on the move right now. In about a minute's time, he's going to be over Adelaide, Australia. So he's extremely busy. It looks like the weather is cooperating. We are tracking Santa, and at about a minute and 40 seconds, he's going to be arriving in Adelaide, Australia. And right now, I am with Rebecca Kealey from Foodland, Ontario, and we are talking about creating some appetizers if you've got guests coming over, even today.
Yes.
And you can help us out. Good morning to you,
Yes,
Rebecca.
good morning. Thanks for having me.
Good morning.
I'm so excited to show you these recipes. I have these two fabulous recipes from Foodland, Ontario.
Okay.
We have a delicious crispy phyllo bite here.
This is good.
And then we have more of like a casserole, like lasagna, scallop potato kind of mixture here. That's great for an appetizer or any side dish for any gatherings that we're going to have in the next couple of days. So I'm going to start by showing you these crispy mushroom phyllo rolls.
Look perfect. How do you get them just so beautiful and crispy?
Yes.
I love it.
So we're going to put those in the oven or the air fryer, which is great because this is great to have when we have a busy oven time. Having another option is amazing. Super easy to make. I have about 250 grams of Ontario mushrooms here that I've finely chopped. I've already gone ahead and cooked these down with about a quarter cup of Ontario shallots, as well as some dried tarragon and salt.
Great flavoring.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
What you're going to want to do is cook this for about 10 minutes. Mushrooms have a lot of natural moisture in them, so when you cook them, they're going to release a lot of that water, and you're just going to cook it until all of that water has evaporated.
Okay.
Yeah, because we want to keep these as crispy as possible, right? So once we have that, we're going to go ahead and add a quarter cup of grated Ontario Asiago.
So that kind of cheese, how would you describe the flavor of Asiago?
It's got a stronger taste, and it's going to complement the mushrooms very well and just create this like super savory, delicious, crispy appetizer.
Okay.
We're also going to add some Ontario parsley. So this is about a quarter cup, and we're going to keep some of this, and I'm going to show you why in a minute.
Okay.
But we'll just give this a mix. This is so easy. Like we've completely finished the filling here. I might have added a little bit more cheese because I just love cheese, right?
It's the holidays.
We can't go wrong.
Okay.
So now we're gonna get our phyllo pastry ready. So this is where we're gonna need a little bit of technique, but nothing too crazy. What I have here is a damp cloth, and I've put this over top of my phyllo while I'm not using it, just because phyllo is, yes, exactly. It's super thin, and you don't want it to dry out because you want it to be easy to work with, right? So when we're not using it, we just cover it up.
Okay.
And it's great.
There you go.
What I love about this recipe too is that it's very forgiving because we're wrapping these rolls up so much that if there's little cracks or breaks, it's okay.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is brush this with a little bit of butter.
Can you get phyllo at the grocery store?
Oh my goodness, absolutely. You know what, it's right in the middle of all the grocery stores right now because it is such a Christmas staple, right? Like,
I love this because you can add savory or sweet.
Exactly, exactly. So it's always something that I like to have in my freezer as well.
Okay.
So what I did is brush that with some butter.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take some of this Ontario parsley and just spread it along so that when we cook these up, as you can see in the final product, you're gonna have some of this beautiful green color show through.
That's nice.
So then we're gonna do just one more layer.
Oh.
So see a little crack?
It's split a little bit, but that's okay.
It's really not the end of the world at all here.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and cover that up. And then we'll do a little bit of butter again. Nothing too crazy. And then we're gonna put about 2 tablespoons of our filling in here.
I think that that's so neat. And I love how you doubled that. So please note, because it's so paper thin, you double that so you get it nice and thick.
Yeah, so we're gonna wanna do that twice. And then each 2 layers is gonna make about 3 rolls. So you're gonna come out with about 9. So what I would do, especially for gatherings like today, is I would double that recipe. Yeah. Because I know that these are gonna be flying off.
You know what, and the holidays, I mean, it's time to indulge and enjoy. So
Absolutely.
there you go. I see what
so
you're
we're gonna
doing
cut them into thirds here.
Oh, I like that.
And then again, there's no real way to do this. I just like to say I'm almost wrapping a burrito, right? So we're just gonna make sure that these ends are folded over.
First time, and then
I'm gonna just wanna, fold these guys in just so that they're completely contained. Yeah. So we'll go like this, give it a good roll, and then we're gonna put it seam down onto our baking sheet.
That's good to note.
And then just brush it with a little bit more butter. And then that's gonna go in the oven at 375 for about 13 to 15 minutes, or the air fryer for 10 to 12 minutes at 300.
And then you got that.
Exactly.
gorgeous.
Just until you get this nice, beautiful brown color. That's when you know that they're done.
Lovely. That's a great appetizer. Okay, what else do you have for us?
So this is our layered vegetable and cheese bake. So as I was saying before, it's a bit of like a lasagna scallop potato mixture, but we're using a lot of this amazing Ontario produce to just make it that much better. So what I'm going to do is just layer some sweet potato down here. And then I went ahead and made our cream sauce, which is using some Ontario garlic, Ontario onions, as well as some Ontario cream, and a little bit of other ingredients there just to make it super thick and creamy and beautiful.
So if you want it really flavorful, you can go extra heavy on the garlic if you...
I probably would.
Yeah,
I probably would.
Yes,
right. But you know what? There's also some dried mustard and some dried thyme leaves in here, so it's gonna give it some really good flavor as well.
Okay.
So yeah. So again, we don't need to be too picky about how we layer this, but we're gonna take about a third.
This is
and just
different. I've never seen this.
Right?
Yeah.
We're gonna just layer this along here. You see, we have this like beautiful thick cream sauce. I love it.
Interesting take on it's kind of a take on lasagna, but you know, you're doing it with sweet potato and you've got this wonderful cream sauce, beautiful cheese. What kind of cheese is that?
So this is Ontario old cheddar cheese. So yeah, it's gonna add a little bit more depth to the flavor as well.
Yeah, layer that on. We got about 45 seconds, so you go ahead,
Amazing.
Rebecca.
Perfect. So here I have our Ontario parsnips. So just when we're prepping this produce too, you wanna make sure that you peel it.
Okay.
Clean it before, peel it, and then we're going to chop it up into these rounds, about 1/4 of an inch thick.
Not too thick, okay.
Not too thick, but you want to make sure that everything's chopped to the best of your ability at 1/4 inch, just so that it's cooked evenly.
Okay. And that way, you put it all in the pan. How long are you going to cook this for once you've layered it all up?
So we're going to throw this in the oven, covered in tin foil tightly, for about 30 minutes at 375.
Okay, 375.
And then after that's over, you're going to take the tin foil off, and you're going to cook it for another additional 30 to 40 minutes. It just depends on how big your dish is, just so that you get this beautiful, crusty top.
I love that.
Yeah, and this is
beautiful.
an interesting, sorry, not dessert. Oh my goodness, what am I saying?
Appetizer.
Appetizer, because it's not conventional, but what I was thinking is having some freshly cut baguette or crackers on the side is just a delicious, warm and cozy meal to have with your family and friends.
And it's so good for you as well. I mean, we're talking about all these local produce. It's a way to support, and it's a way to indulge, and it gets some good food in you as well. Rebecca Kealey from Foodland, Ontario, showing us how to make some appetizers for this Christmas Eve. We thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rebecca. And if you know of a great chef or restaurant you think we should feature on Your Morning Ottawa, let us know. Your Morning Ottawa at ctv.ca.